Hi, third graders. In our live lesson today, we were working on understanding our characters in the novel Dinosaurs Before Dark from the Magic Tree House series. And last week, we studied our characters' personalities, and that was called character traits. Today, we are going to understand our characters' feelings. And it's important to understand your characters. And to do that, you need to be looking at the character's thoughts, actions, feelings, and emotions to infer. That means guess or read between the lines. The author doesn't always tell you how the characters are feeling. You have to infer that information to infer character traits. Now, in order for us to really get lost into our books and stay engaged, we have to look at our characters like they are real people. Think about Annie and Jack as real kids with real feelings. You can also put yourself into their shoes. How would you feel if all of a sudden a Triceratops is charging at you? How would you feel if you got to pet a real live Pteranodon? That would have been awesome, right? What would you feel? Now, just like people have feelings, real people have feelings, your characters have feelings. They can feel happy, excited, scared. And it's important to learn about your characters and think about how they feel, because that's how you stay engaged and how you comprehend and understand what you're reading. So today, we're going to talk about our characters' emotions, and that's how your character feels at certain times. This is a little different than character traits. Character traits are who they are at their core. That's their personality. That doesn't always change. You have to take a major event for someone's personality to change. And sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't. But emotions change. Emotions change for certain things. Like, describe how a character feels at certain times. In our book, Writer's Notebook, your assignment today is to explain how Annie and Jack feel at specific times in the story. So, you turn to page 7. You have to pause this video to get your book. Go ahead and do so. Turn to page 7 in your book. There it is, 7. In your Writer's Notebook. And today you need to think about, how do you think Annie is feeling right now? What makes you say that? So think about chapters 3 and 4. How is Annie feeling in this new world? Okay. And number 2, you need to think about, what does Jack think of Henry? And if you're guessing, if you're asking yourself, who is Henry? You need to go back and read chapter 4. It tells you who Henry is. And how do you know that? Now, remember, we're third graders and we read closely. We look for evidence. You can't just say somebody's happy just because. That doesn't make any sense. You need to give me hard facts, hard evidence. Why would you say that Annie is happy or excited? Why would you say that Jack is unsure or curious? Why? You need evidence from the book. Your next question is going to be about the word crest, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's focus on how our characters were feeling. So you might want to take some notes as we talk about possible character emotions. So a character can feel angry, shocked, embarrassed, sad, excited, happy, confused, scared, worried. Look at all of these. What makes you think of Jack? Which emotion makes you think of Annie? Here are some of the things we said in our live session. We said that Jack is a little confused. He keeps questioning why they're there and what are they there for and how they got there. He's confused. Like, what happened? Annie, we said, was excited and happy. She's excited about this new, mysterious place. And she's ready to just jump right in and get her hands dirty. She went right down that treehouse to go pet that Pteranodon. Whoa, she's not scared or worried at all. But we said Jack kind of was. Also, we talked about our My Dictionary resource. And in the back of this, it's a great resource that Mrs. Gosnell made for you before you went back home. you have a spot where it says emotions. Emotions. The whole list of emotions. One of our classmates used the word nervous, and that's in here. She said that Jack seemed nervous to her. Or anxious. I like anxious. Maybe he was anxious to get back home. Maybe they both are. Or maybe not. Annie doesn't seem too anxious to get back home or too worried at all. So, what's your opinion? What's your thoughts? If you need to, go back and read chapter 3 and 4 and tell me. You're going to tell me that through your writing. This is your writing assignment. Now what we're going to do is you are going to get out your writer's notebook and you're going to write those sentences for me. But before you do that, let me show you what we came up in class with. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and be right back. Hi! You made it back. Well, I made it back. So, this is what we came up in class today. We looked at our questions, and this is a strategy that Mrs. Gosnell has taught you before, is work smarter, not harder. Flip the question. Most of the words you need for your own sentence is going to be in the question itself. So the first thing you want to do is read your question. What is it asking you for? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. I'm going to erase this. You can take notes as we go through this again. Now, it says read chapters 3 and 4. We did that, but you might need to do it again. How do you think Annie is feeling right now? What makes you say that? What words can I take from here to make my sentence? Well, I know I'm definitely going to have to use Annie. Feelings. Think, maybe. And it says, what makes you say that? I might have to write that. And also, when I think about this question, what makes you say that? I think about the word because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Because. Remember, you have to back it up. I need hardcore evidence. So, how do you think Annie is feeling? You could take these words from the question to form a sentence. I'm going to show you how to do that. I think Annie, make sure that is an uppercase A because it's a proper noun. It's a specific name of a person or character. I think Annie is, I took is from that too, feeling what? How do you think Annie is feeling? I'm not going to write that because we all have different opinions. I might think one thing and you might think another. So what do you think Annie is feeling? I think Annie is feeling what? Period. Why would you say that? I say that, or I think that. I say that because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because. Why? Because of why. Now the next one is, what does Jack think of Henry? Let's think, what can we take from this sentence? We definitely are going to need Jack, think, and Henry. Oh, we know that. We're going to circle this and we're going to make it sure we put because when we're answering that. But we also might use the words no. So I would say, I think, there's that word think, Jack blanks. That's where you're going to put how he feels about Henry. About Henry. Henry also needs an uppercase letter to start because these are two proper nouns, specific names. I think Jack is unsure of Henry. I don't know. Curious, likes. I think Jack likes. Or Henry. Oh, maybe we don't need about. It's always good to go back and reread your sentence. You're like, I don't know if I want to do that. It doesn't make sense. Depends on what you want to say. I think Jack likes Henry because... So what would give me evidence of that? Did he really like him? Because I kind of don't think he did at first. Is he curious about him? So remember to put because, or I think that because, and then tell me why. Our next question down here is about the word crest. What does the word crest mean? And evidence. Bonus points if you use evidence in your sentence. Use evidence from the text to support your answer. What does crest mean? What did Annie and Jack say about crest? Now, I have a book here called The Pterodon, and I went ahead and researched crest to get more information to help you out with that question. So I'm going to show you what I tabbed here. Here's my research. It's pretty interesting. And what's great about nonfiction books is that you don't have to read the whole thing to find your answers. You can use the index. And the index is pretty cool because look, I look under C and there's the word crest. Pages 4, 11, and 19. That's how you use nonfiction books. You know what you're looking for anyway. So I went ahead and looked at those pages to see if I can gain any more information about what a crest is. And I did. I gained a lot of information about what a crest is. And I'm going to share it with you. It says right here. One of the pteranodon's more mysterious features was its crest, the bony growth on its skull. A crest is a bony skull, bony growth on a skull. What's your evidence? I used the illustrations from the book to tell me that. Look, you have illustrations in the Magic Treehouse too that show you this crest. It's a bony growth. And some think it helped the pteranodon steer while flying. Other scientists thought that the crest helped the pteranodons tell each other apart. And also, there's this really cool fact up here. And it says, here you can see the pteranodons' long wings and large crests. Some scientists think the crests may have been brightly colored. Maybe that's how they told each other apart, because they were brightly colored. And this is another fact here that I found pretty interesting. Dinobite. Paleontologists now think that the male pteranodon's crest might have been used to show off for females. He wanted to impress the ladies. More information I thought was interesting from this. It actually shows you how bony, when they say bony, they mean bony. That crest left a bone. That's a real live skull from a pteranodon. That's how we know they exist. Paleontologists found them. Look at the crest. Look at it. Bony. So that's how they know that. That's what they look like. That's how they got these illustrations. I hope that helps you make your sentence. I cannot wait to hear your sentences because you are going to be reading them to me on the video assignment. So don't forget, turn in your video assignment. I need to hear you read aloud your answers. Bye.